Morning, friends. Today we are going to learn a poem that is written by John Dryden. John Dryden, a great poet, literary critic, dramatist, translator also, who has written each and every kind of genre in English literature so that in restoration period, as we know, he is the representative of restoration period, but in restoration years many critics called this age the age of Dryden. As we know, he is also the first poet laureate in England, and it is said that he changed himself with the age. He is the pioneer of heroic tragedy. He has written heroic tragedies such as The Conquest of Granada. Second one is All for Love. These two are his very famous tragedies. He also wrote comedies, and his well-known comedy is Marriage à l'amour. Marriage à l'amour. This is we can say a French title. His greatest work that shows his qualities, that shows him as a perfect figure in neoclassical is his satirical poems. And the example of his satirical poems means great satirical poems are Absalom and Achitophel or Achitophel. The next example is Macflegno. Both poems present his own uniqueness in this age. He is the master of neoclassical style. Now you may call what is a neoclassical style? Actually, the classical age we know. Classical means the age of we can say a Greek period, the age of Homer, but the present age, that is the age of Dryden, is called as neoclassical. So classical and neoclassical, what is the difference between two? Classical means the Greek period, the period of Homer's, the period of the tragedian Sophocles, Euripides, and one other. So that is the what we can say a classical. So this is the neoclassical. Why neoclassical? Because Dryden is the first person who is adopting all the qualities of literature, what we can say all the qualities to poem, his satirical poem, to his tragedy, in a classical way, but presenting a new theme. We can say his themes, his subject matter are related to his own age, to his own country, England. That's why this age is called as neoclassical, means the rebirth of classical. So that is a neoclassical. So what is a neoclassical style? Means what kind of writing is there, what kind of subject matter is there, what they do. The first thing is that in neoclassical period, all the writers, it may be Dryden, it may be Pope, it may be Dr. Johnson, all of them gives respect to the rules. What kind of rules? What kind of poem should be? For example, ballad should be in a specific form. Elegy should be in a specific form. Satirical poem should be in a specific form. Tragedy also should have a specific form. That's why in England he has pioneer a heroic tragedy. It is a new kind of tragedy. Heroic means a couplet is there in iambic pentameter, that is known as a heroic tragedy or a couplet. So a heroic tragedy, he has invented a new form. In a poem also he has used a heroic couplet throughout his all the poems. That's why he respect for the rules. And decorum means a language, we can say a word. He has used specific words in a couplet form, in a heroic couplet. That's why this is decorum, and respect for rules is one of the main feature in neoclassical literature or in neoclassical style. What, see, loftiness of subject matter means the subject of this neoclassical writer is a grand subject. For example, Absalom and Achitophel is related to a present political situation, as well as it gives so many references from the, what we can say, a Bible. So Absalom is a biblical name. Achitophel is also a biblical name. Macphlegno is also another poem. Both of these poems are a satire on a present political situation as well as political leader. But he wrote this poem in the manner of Homer. So this is a loftiness of subject matter. Again, adherence to genre. Genre means a kind of what we can say, a form of literature. For example, in subject, adherence means respect. For example, in tragedy, heroic tragedy. In poetry, satirical poems. So in that way, he gives adherence to genre. Combined with precision of expression, his words, his lines are perfect lines. A small two-line stanza, but it has a specific use of each and every word. He used the word in a different way. That's why combined with precision of expression. These are the qualities of John Dryden, and today we are studying John Dryden's one of the greatest poem. The title of that poem is Alexander's Feast. This poem he has written. This poem he has written in 1697, and the reason is to honor Saint Cecilia. We can say to celebrate Saint Cecilia's day. What? Saint Cecilia's day. Actually, this poem is in a Pindaric ode. This poem is a Pindaric ode. Means we have mentioned here is written by John Dryden as a ode. Actually, this poem, Alexander's Feast, has a subtitle. What is the subtitle of this poem? Power of Music. See, what kind of a subtitle? Alexander's Feast. And subtitle is Power of Music. So, what is the power of music? So, Saint Cecilia. Who is Saint Cecilia? He is one great musician. Who is Saint Cecilia? He is one great musician. Later on, we are going to see the characters from this poem, but this slide is related to the introduction of this poem. Just try to understand each and every sentence, each and every line, each and every what we can say point in this slide. So this poem is titled as Alexander's Feast. Its subtitle is The Power of Music. This poem is written in the Pindari code. Again, this poem is written in 1697, and this poem is written to honor Saint Cecilia. Who is Saint Cecilia? Saint Cecilia is a great musician, the patron saint of musician. Who is he? A patron saint of musician. See,